God says, "It is not about being flawless or perfect. Rather, it is about being willing vessels for God's work, acknowledging our weaknesses, and allowing Him to work through us." As we come together to serve in God's ministry, we find that God's transformative power is at work. We must not fear our flaws or inadequacies. Instead, we should embrace them, knowing that God's strength shines brightest in our weaknesses. When we surrender ourselves to His leading and step into the tasks He has appointed for us, His power is made perfect in our limitations. Therefore, we can go forth with boldness, knowing that we do not rely on our own strength, but on the power of Christ working within us. In Him, all of God's promises find their fulfillment, every yes to His promises, and every amen. So be it, that we proclaim affirm our trust in God's sovereignty and His ability to use us flawed vessels for His divine purposes. In Christ, our weaknesses become an opportunity for God to display His strength and grace. So let us humbly embrace our imperfections, confident that God's love will carry us through every challenge, and His strength will be made perfect in our weakness. With Him as our rock and fortress, we can navigate life's journey, knowing that He will guide us, uphold us, and use even our brokenness to create something beautiful in His pathway. The passage beautifully reminds us of the sustaining power of God's grace, and how His strength is made perfect in our weakness. In times of trouble and weariness, we can find solace and endurance in the abundance of God's favor, loving kindness, and mercy. His grace is sufficient to carry us through any danger or hardship, enabling us to face life's challenges with fortitude. In our fast-paced and demanding lives, it is essential to take time apart and spend moments of intimacy with God. The sacred time of communion allows us to find renewal and rejuvenation in His presence. No matter how strong or self-reliant we may think we are, we all need the replenishing touch of God's love and strength. While we may experience weariness and fatigue in our human nature, God's strength knows no bounds. His power is a limitless reservoir that invigorates and empowers us when we come to Him and surrender. It is in our moments of vulnerability and weakness that His strength is most effectively demonstrated and fulfilled. The passage reassures us that those who wait for the Lord, who put their hope and trust in Him, will be renewed and invigorated. In this waiting, we find ourselves embracing His divine sustenance, discovering new wellsprings of strength to endure life's trials. God's tirelessness is an ever-flowing stream of energy that we can tap into at any moment when we feel depleted. Seeking solitude with Him is the key to replenishment. Through prayer, meditation, and reading His Word, we draw closer to the source of infinite strength and receive the gift of renewal. Type yes if you believe in God. God bless you.